Good morning, everybody. I am Elisa, and I am the Scrappy Wife behind scrappywife.com, and I want to welcome you to Take 10. And this is a time to play with your products, to create with no judgment, and kind of just to relax through art and not really worry about the ending product. So each week I am going to take a word and explore kind of that word with some of my supplies. And the word for this week is drip. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time would be so early. I do get up that early, but that would be super early to create. So 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is going to be the goal. Let's get to creating. So each week I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes because I believe 10 minutes is all you need to just relax into your creativity and try some new things. So, like I said, word for the week is drip. Let me set my timer. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. I don't know if she heard me or not. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
There she goes. Okay, I am going to play with the word drip. Good morning, Peggy. How's it going? Okay, so I'm going to start with this mini mister, and what I'm going to do is kind of prep this page. Now, this is not watercolor paper in here. This is just a kind of mixed media-esque paper, and drip is one of my favorite techniques to use. I'm going to pull out some watercolor brushes. I like using the super big fluffy ones. I'm gonna get my brush nice and wet. I'm just moving my water around. And it is a rainy day here in Northern Virginia where I am, so this happens to be just the perfect word for today. And what I'm gonna use, actually I'm gonna go with a lighter color at first. And I am just plopping this color right up here, right up at the top of my page, just as much color as I want. And then this is just so satisfying to watch it drip down your page, and you can let it go on its own. The reason I prepped the page with water was to kind of give it some avenues. You can see you can kind of spray in a downward motion and see what is created, which is so much fun. Good morning, Terry. How are you? Okay, so much fun just to start creating like that. Now, I'm going to add a whole lot of water on my page. This might be reaching the limit of this paper, but that's okay. If you were working with watercolor paper, that might be a better, I don't know, medium for this. Now I'm gonna go with a slightly, actually, before I do that color, I was with this light blue right here. Let me try one shade darker. If you layer in and go from light to dark, you'll start to get some cool shading. You can see it working through. And I really like, if you can see up close, some of the little veining that starts to occur is a lot of fun. I'm gonna add the next color down, or next deeper color in this dark blue. I'm gonna kind of concentrate that in the middle and then here on the edges, and just letting it drip. Good morning, Amanda. All right, letting it drip down. And you can also just take your brush and kind of guide it down if you want to fill in some of the space. And you can see as soon as I create a channel for that color to travel, it is very happy to do so. So see what a fun technique that can be. And then you might want to come in with something a little bit unexpected. I'm going to add in a purple right here. And you can see some of the shading, it's not going to all the places where it was before. And some of the shading ends up being very cool and very fun. I had someone suggest last week, which seems like a really good idea. I am not worried about product on this for these Take 10s. It's more about just playing and having fun with the art. But if you like what you create, you can always cut it out of your journal and add it to an art journaling page. Use it to kind of die cut some pieces. See how much fun that drip is in? Okay, now I'm gonna put a paper towel in between my two pages because I want to try some different mediums. So next I'm gonna go with Neo colors, which are one of my favorite things to use. They are a water soluble pen, if that's a hard word to say, I feel like, or pencil. And you can color them directly on your paper. Let me see, my orange is somewhere indifferent. I'm gonna go for some yellow as I get messy. And then a green. Good morning, Paula. Good morning, everybody. And why not do a rainbow? You guys, it is a gross day out here in Virginia. And so why not just add a little bit of color? And actually, I'm going to add some pink over on this end. So I have my color right here. Again, I'm going to pre-spray the page so that when the color starts moving, it kind of has a place to go. And you can see it already kind of bleeding. And what I'm going to do is start just dripping water over the top of that Neo color. And look how fun as it starts kind of going down and playing and mixing. That creates a super fun. Those are Neo Color 2 crayons, and I have the supplies that I'm using linked below if you want to check them out. They are a great tool. So see, even just doing the water above created a very cool drip. And now I'm just going to go. I'm seriously not even touching the color yet. I'm just creating a channel for that by adding in that water, that drip. And now if I come in, this is a fun thing to play with. So now I'm going to come in, I'm going to spray directly on that color. You can see it, it mixes, it's water reactive, so it mixes right away. And I'm going to kind of I'm going to go back and forth and make some cool patterns. Super fun. And look, I'm loving this area right here. I'm not really sure why this didn't move more over here. So I'm just gonna plop down some water and give it an opportunity. Maybe that yellow needs a little bit more to get it going. Yes. See, kind of a cool muted background. Now, if and when, just using my whole paper towel roll, look how cool. Okay, if and when I let that dry, gelatos will work too. They will take a little bit more work with your brush. So you can do the same kind of technique. In fact, maybe I'll pull out my gelatos and show you. Same kind of technique as I did with the Neo colors, but with the gelatos. So let me pull. This is a technique for when I'm art journaling and not patient enough to let a page dry. I just put a paper towel in between. Let me grab my gelatos. I don't use them a whole lot, but you can use them in a couple of different ways. So you can scribble them out on your pad or whatever. I have my mixed media mat here, which by the way, I'm loving. Those of you that have this, I wish I'd had it sooner because look how messy I can be. So you can do the same thing as you did with the watercolor. And let me grab this blue. Good morning, Lenora. Playing with the word drip this morning, Lenora. All right, let me add some more water to this. It will end up taking a lot more gelato. So see, I'm mixing in some of the blue. Oh, I love that. All right, and then again, let it drip down and let it take its time. And look, I'm just gonna create some little avenues, channels, if you will, with my water. And if you want it to stay in a certain area, you can mark it off with like washi tape. Good morning, Terry. See, that's really nice. Peggy, that's kind of more the watercolor look you were saying you liked, which is fun. You can see some bits of the gelato didn't quite dissolve. You can also do it directly on your page. So if I take that same blue and purple gelatos. And if I do it right on my page, then see how it doesn't quite have the immediate reaction that the Neocolor did. I really have to kind of work my brush in there. I love this big fluffy brush for art journaling. It is awesome. So see, it takes a little more when you put it direct on the page. It's not going to be the same effect, but if you play with it off the page, you get that watercolor effect, which is fun. Those are, you know, some things you can play around with, and it's fun to see what your supplies will do. One I was wanting to try this summer, let me move, it gets messy in here real fast. This summer I picked up these Ken Oliver, these are liquid metals, and I wanted to kind of try and see what they look like in drip. So you can mix these with water, you can add them into watercolor, and they have a metallic look. But I wanted to see what would happen when I dripped them. So let's see. That was a green. Adding in this. And you know me, I love metallic. Love it, love it, love it. Alexa, stop timer. All right, we've reached our 10-minute timer, but now I've already put this on, so we can't not have it. Let me, Alexa, stop timer. She claims she didn't know that one. Okay. I'm gonna just spray downwards and see. Oh my goodness. Ah, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. It almost looks, guys, like alcohol inks, but it's not. Ooh, that's a lot of color on that page. That's awesome. Let me grab my other. I think I'm like missed it out of that one. You guys. Look at that. Look at those colors dripping down. Love that. Let me add a little bit more. See, just by playing with water, you can see this is like no artistic skill at all. This is just letting colors drip down a page. But look at the pretty mixture you get on top. I'm loving that. Okay. So that is my 10 minutes. It's just a quick stop in, a quick encouragement. That's fun too. Yay, playing with texture. A quick stop in, a quick encouragement to tell you to get your supplies out. Start playing around. Don't worry about making quote art, but just play with your supplies. Have fun. It will relax you. It's going to improve your mood. And I just cannot say enough about playing with your supplies. So if you decide to play with the word drip like I did today, let me know, tag me on Instagram, and I would love to see what you create. Thank you all so much for taking the time to see me this morning. I will link supplies below. If you had questions, I'll go back and look and see if I missed anything. But thank you all so much. Have an awesome day.